For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best business building strategies to keep you thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show, episode 22. For all of you that are watching this in a sales meeting with your broker manager, thank you so much. That's great leadership and we appreciate it. So what a great and timely conversation. We want to talk about adjustments today. So we're nearing 6 months in to 2015. And if I was sitting down with you one-on-one, I would ask you a bunch of questions. And today I want to do just that. Now, why? Here's what I know. Some people watching this video right now, you've had an unbelievable first 6 months and you might be taking your foot off the pedal. Some people have struggled, like some of my clients in the Northeast where they were just under snow, so much snow the first couple months that they're just now getting into momentum, but they're feeling behind on their goals while others are watching this and saying, please Tom, help me get a deal. So I don't care which one you're at. Doesn't mean I don't care about you. Any one of those three, here's what I know. There's going to be some adjustments you need to make in order to make the next 6 months extraordinary. If you watched a couple episodes ago, I started talking about the sort of looming global financial crisis, which any way you add it up, it's not, if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. So I say that to you not to make you nervous, but to really have you own that this is your business and that you have to be responsible for how your business is going. And there's never been a greater time than right now to cash in and make a lot of money by helping a lot of people. But there's a pretty good chance you're going to have to make some adjustments in order to make that happen. Remember, it's not the end of the world. The market will adjust. It's not an if, it's when. I just want you to be in a better position. And one of the ways we do that is we know our numbers. We know our business. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. And by the way, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel or my Facebook channel, you could probably just see the link below where you can actually get a quarterly, or in this case, 6-month review form. So you can take this, look at it, and start making some better decisions about your business. So for example, if we were sitting and we were having a glass of tea or drinking some water, the first question I'd ask you is, how many hours of power have you completed so far this year? How many times did you sit down and make phone calls, follow up on your leads, do the things, calling your database expireds? You know me, I don't care who you call, just call someone, right? Just do something like I Love Lucy, right? Remember Lucy and Ethel at the chocolate factory? To get those chocolates coming down the conveyor belt. How many hours of power have you done? That's the first question. So let's see, we're 6 months in, 365 days. I'm not all that great at math. Let's call it there had to be at least 100 days, at least 100 hours of power would be the minimum. I think that's probably 4 or 5 days a week. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, how many people did you talk to? And of course, you're probably going to want to segment this and say, I'm going to have how many people did I talk to that were in my database versus new. Now we know you got to talk to your database first. You got to be the hub. You got to work with your customers. You got to answer the questions to them. Is now the right time to sell? Is now the right time to refi? What should they do? Speaking of refi, how about what's going on with all the big banks right now in terms of all the money in those HELOCs that are coming up? Man, if I were you, I'd be reaching out to every one of my customers and just asking, do you have a HELOC? And what's your plan, right? That's going to be really interesting to see how that unfolds. And are people going to sell? Are people going to hunker down? What are they going to do? They're your customers. You got to be the hub. So how many people in my database? And then how many new people have I talked to this year? And then how many leads have I generated? We know from former videos that for every 100 leads you generate, the sort of minimum is you should have 2 transactions from that. It goes up higher as you work your past clients or expired listings, better lead sources as an example. So how many leads? But then this one, how many listing appointments have you gone on? How many times have you gone out, sat down, made your pitch and told them about your services and found out what their goals are and your marketing plan? How many have you done? How many listings taken? How many listings sold? How many buyer appointments? How many buyer sales? And then, right, these are all the leading indicators of your success. This is the cause. Here's the effect. How many closed? What's the volume? What's your GCI? What's your pending, volume, and GCI? Now, once we know this, and you'll take the time and hopefully you'll fill out that form and you and your office mates or your coach or your mentor or your manager, you'll look at all these numbers and then listen, you know what it is? Okay, people not you, but some people on this planet don't like reality, right? Like they don't want to face what's really going on. My mentor who passed away last year, September 24th, Mike Vance, said, Tom, the more authentic and honest and real you can be, the better decisions you can make. So if I don't know my numbers, right, and I'm not satisfied with what's happening in my business so far year to date, I've got to own that. The moment you own it, you can do something about it. Don't make it worse than it needs to be. Just make it simple. I need to start tracking and measuring. I need to look at my calendar. I need to see what I've done so far so I'm empowered to make some better decisions. And that's really all I want you to do. I want you to make what are those little adjustments you need to make to be empowered to grow your business. That's why you're watching this video, because you want to grow your business. So I've got some recommendations. Ready? I put some things up on the wall here. Let's take a look. If we were sitting together face to face, I'm going to assume, because we hear stats like 90 to 95% of all people don't have written goals. So there's a pretty good chance that there's some people watching this right now that maybe you don't have goals as clear as you want, but you're definitely not tracking at the level that you should. So I'm going to start with this. My recommendation is number one, start tracking. Excel spreadsheet, get a year at a glance calendar, and all you do is you just write, buyer appointment, seller appointment every time you do one. Maybe you just write down, hey, I had 10 conversations today, and yes, I did my hour of power. You can do that on a year at a glance calendar. It could be super simple, it could be visual, it could be easy. If you're more of an artist, that's a good idea. If you're more of an operator, you know who you are, a little more organized, you're gonna go Excel spreadsheet. You gotta have a goal board, right? You gotta have everything up and visual. Hey, in the next 6 months, how many homes do I want to sell? How many people do I want to serve? What's my goal? What's my singularity of focus? And then the numbers help back that down. In addition, I'm going to want to do this. Super important. I want to analyze, where has my business come from? So let's say you've done 15 transactions so far this year. How many came from your database? But not just your database. How many were direct customers that worked with you in the past that repeated with you? They did another transaction. Remember, many episodes ago, we talked about the average person moves every 10 years. So if you've got 100 people in your database, that's 10 transactions a year directly from those people that you should be doing every single year. So, analyze, where did it come from? How did I do on open houses in the first 6 months? How's my online conversion from Zillow or Trulia or Realtor or Boomtown or whoever else, right? So you start assessing, where is everything coming from? But then this is what's key. Assess what works. Like, own what works. Hey, I got 3 really good lead sources right now that have generated me 15 transactions. But Tom, I'm working on like 4 other ones right now. Then I would ask, well, where are you in the process? So if you just started a geographic farm 3 months ago, you and I both know that's the long game, right? You're doing tortoise versus the hare, right? You want to win the long game. So you're going to do your geographic farming over the next, 4, 5, 6, 8 years. So you own the market, right? So you don't stop it. You just want to assess, where am I at? And then third, what's the opportunity in the marketplace? What's the opportunity? What's the opportunity? Where are the listings happening? Where are the transactions happening? Go old school. Like, have you taken the Zillow Zestimate marketing piece from episode, I don't even know which one it was, so maybe Eddie, AKA Shreddy now. Shreddy, by the way, not Eddie, Shreddy. Maybe we can link up that Zillow piece where you give them the Zillow Zestimate. Let's put that on there because people can reflect on that. We have so many clients succeeding because of that piece. Maybe that's the next opportunity for you to go find more listings. Now, the third part and the big part, and this is where I really want to, get you focused. All the power is in making good decisions. All the power is in making good decisions. I want you to ask yourself the world famous question. In order for me to crush my goal between now and the end of the year, in order for me to win and achieve my goals between now and the end of the year, you write that down. In order for me to win, what do I need to do more of? Like, I'm already doing this stuff and it's working. Like, I'm doing 30 minutes of my hour of power. Maybe I need to do a full hour. Like, what do I need to do more of? What works that I should do more of? Second thing, what do I need to cut back because it's taking too much time? So another way of saying it is, what do I need to schedule more effectively so I'm not just doing emails 63 times a day, but I do it in chunks of time or blocks of time as an example? What do I need to cut back on that it's good, but I'm getting too loosey-goosey and I'm spending too much time there. Then what do I need to start doing? This is where the opportunity stuff goes. What are those new campaigns I need to mobilize? Do I need to start role-playing by scripts and dialogues? Do I need to become more proficient with my listing presentation? Do I need to do better with my buyer presentation? What do I need to start? And then my favorite one, it's the non-market, right? It's looking for, what do I need to stop doing? Where am I spending time that doesn't work? What am I doing that doesn't work? That I've just always done it, like Fiddler on the Roof. Remember Fiddler on the Roof? I saw this as a Broadway play when I was a kid. He's sitting there playing the violin and he's on top of the roof and they're like, why are you doing that? I don't know, it's just tradition, right? It's just, I've always done it. Why do you wear the little sash around your waist? I don't know, it's tradition. Why do you never market yourself? I don't know, it's tradition. Why do you not do open houses and drive a lot of traffic and sellers into it? I don't know, it's tradition. Maybe there's some things in your business you got to just stop doing to let your business go to the next level. So, what adjustments do you need to make? We have 6 more months, and what I know, as much as the sun's going to go up and go down, you can have an amazing next 6 months if you start tracking, measuring, analyzing, and making the adjustments you need to make and getting honest with yourself about why you want to do it. That's what this is all about. It's all about innovation and marketing, right? Innovation, innovating yourself. You're watching this video to do something new, to do something better, to do something different. Innovation, and then my friends, you better be marketing, whether it's phone calls, emails, text messages, smoke signals, Zillow, I don't care. You better be doing something, because I know that adjustment everybody needs to make. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, always your strategy matters, and now more than ever, your adjustments really rule. Thanks for watching. If you love what you're seeing here, then click the button below to join our online community absolutely free. Thanks so much.